okay, there have been a couple of hiccups with the network, but nothing that I haven't been able to get past.
I was explicitly told that there was something you were not able to get past.
Listen, I have no idea what kind of training you have, but I'm pretty sure you would not be able to have done the stuff that I did to get this place networked.
Okay. Then what's the harm of letting me stay, try some stuff, and then get paid money and leave? Yeah? Yeah, we both win.
Behind Sarge, I just have 2 thumbs up.
Alright then, you can take a look. This man, question mark, that you're talking to, Ned, is young. Like, you would guess topping out at 18.
Oh, so, like, child.
Yeah. Oh, the good old fetus net running.
Yeah.
So, he walks you over, he says, access points here, you can take a look. Just, and he, like a smirk spreads across his face. He just says, try not to get too impressed.
Okay. I guess I'll plug in.
Alright.
Are you gonna make me roll an interface roll for a plug that has literally been pointed out to me?
No, you roll the interface roll to find where it is. He pointed at it.
Okay.
He rolled his interface roll to find it, thankfully. You don't have to. No, yeah, you plug in.
Alright.
As soon as you enter, something feels a little bit off. And you can't tell what it is right away. And then horror begins to dawn on you. As you come to the realization that you aren't in, like, a localized data pool or a net architecture. You are in what appears to be a relatively closed-off section of the old net.
Oh no.
Oh. These are all noises that Sergey is making.
I'll put it into perspective. You've probably, in the past, made like I think probably every netrunner has given it a shot, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the gateway to whether or not a netrunner will continue being a netrunner, you know? Just going into the old net, you were relentlessly scolded for even trying it, as it's pretty often that due to some left behind virus or rogue AI or booby trap that someone set, you don't make it out of the old net.
Yeah.
Donnie.
Yes.
Would Sarge know, like, are they trying to use the old net because it would allow them to be off the grid? Is that the idea?
I think Sergey can make his own, like, assumptions about why this is being done. I think there are a few different reasons that you would assume.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, Sergey's initial reaction is going to be to immediately unplug.
Yeah, Ned is standing there, arms crossed, smiling at you. Not bad, huh?
Why are you in the old net? It's the bad net, the dangerous net, the net you go into when you want to die, the net when you want to explode everything net.
Listen. Obviously I know about the ghost stories, right? But we don't have the server infrastructure to make a network work here. You saw the requests coming and going in that room, right? Obviously this junk is not going to support that, but the old net already has the infrastructure, and I found an isolated room, secured it with a few things of my own, and so far it's been working.
I'm just gonna put my hands on his shoulder and say, "The net is better than the old net."
Well, you
I mean-
tell that to everyone in this structure.
I mean, that's kind of a bad way of looking at things there, Sarge. Don't you think someone could eventually come around and do something like our current net did to the old net? Like, just make it
No.
irrelevant.
No,
Progress is inevitable, Sarge.
there is.
Synth, roll me... Ooh. You don't have a net running roll, so I think this is probably going to be electronics/security tech. Yeah.
That's under education skills?
Technique skills.
Technique
Actually, no, education skills for sure. Roll me, I like either education or cryptography, whichever one you prefer.
I'll go cryptography because it's lower.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Your question is totally reasonable.
Negative. Is that the lowest roll we've had in this campaign so far?
Close.
I think it must be. It's horrible.
Wild.
I don't know what
Yeah.
your answer to this is, Aaron, necessarily, but Sergey would know that, like, all of these individual networks and the localized data pool, yeah, are bad, but they don't have rogue AIs that the government have basically locked away on the internet that can spring out at you, right? I mean, there
Yeah.
might be some hidden stuff in the data pool that's like bad juju. Localized net architectures are pretty safe, but the old net was literally the entire world had access to it.
Yeah. I'm probably not even just going to acknowledge Synth's question. It was so stupid.
That's what I was going for, baby.
You are going to get a lot of people hurt if you'll use this.
Okay, listen. I get what you're saying, but
Do you?
really I'm putting myself at risk more than anything, right? I mean, what, some people aren't going to be able to use their agents?
It's worse than that. What if an AI gets into people's agent? Then it gets into all of their appliances. Their cyberware. It spreads, gets worse, and soon enough, there's no vultures.
Roll me a persuasion.
Fuck is persuasion?
Crit,
On the right
crit,
side, I
crit,
remember.
crit.
I want a crit fail. No.
God. He did
I
it.
willed it into being, boys.
Fucking
Hawk is a
crazy.
manifester. Hawk believes
He
in
do be
manifesting.
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of a hallway somewhere, Razor just starts chanting crit for no reason.
The smirk, like, it doesn't drop away into the look of horror that you were kind of hoping for, Sergey, but it does drop away into a more neutral expression. He's like, I hadn't thought of that.
Kind of a dumb thing not to think of.
But don't you think that, I mean, we've made it, what, 3 weeks running on this infrastructure? I mean,
So he said he like cordoned it off, right?
yeah. He said that it was isolated when he found it, and he did some stuff of his own to continue isolating it.
Can I plug back in and look at it?
Yeah, go for it.
It wasn't very. It was isolated, but it was meant to keep something in.
Well, this is gonna be interface.
Boom.
Oh,
I'm on
Oh.
fucking fire.
this guy.
That's crazy.
right away you feel like Ned wasn't really exaggerating, right? Like this, you're not seeing, like you're seeing the sends and like the sent data and the requested data zooming about through this like basically dark, it's almost like a warehouse is what you're standing in. And all of these messages are being sent around. And as you kind of trace along the wall, you can definitely see like, yeah, it looks like someone like probably a better netrunner or a better computers guy than you had already worked on it. And you can see some like patchwork things that you can imagine were the like security, like cybersecurity measures that Ned took. And that all looks well and good at first. As you continue moving through, you start like noticing spots where like there are gaps, or where Ned's fix like is incomplete, or where some of the old stuff has kind of broken down a little bit. And like a weaker netrunner than you might not have noticed this, but you can tell right away that like it's good, but good on the old net is just not a risk that anyone should be willing to take.
It will fail eventually. Like, I give it, a week to a month.
Like, what will fail though? There are no gaps.
Oh, there's gaps.
So what are you suggesting we do? Oh, let's just not have a network. We all just be in here. No access to modern technology.
Yeah, that would be my professional recommendation over this.
That's fucking bullshit. There's no way I'm going to let that happen.
Oh. Is there I don't think I could patch these, right? Because you said a better netrunner did this stuff than I did.
Yeah,
What?
you can certainly reinforce it, but you can't. You don't think that any room, unless it was already done by like a master, could be perfectly patched by a netrunner. So like you can make it better than what it is now, but you can't get to perfect.
There's basically nothing to be done. It could be better, but it's never going to work. One day, sooner or later, it'll break, and people will get their lives ruined.
At this point, I think that just might be a chance we have to be willing to take.
Oh, I don't know. Not being able to use your agent. Dying. Oh.
Yeah, just
A hard
something
choice
you
to
have
make.
be willing to take.
Look, we didn't bring you in to tell us that we're fucked. We brought you in to tell us how you can fix things. Now, maybe I'm willing to accept now that you can do that, but I'm not going to accept that this is an unsolvable situation.
Pretty unsolvable. I could make it better. I could patch things. But eventually...
What about, what about this stuff? Through your, like, virtuality, you can see that the vulture that walked in with you is gesturing to the servers around you.
Can I see this as well through my virtuality?
No. Your virtuality is, a constant stream of Rick and Morty episodes playing in 3D in front of your face, so you can't actually see this.
It's a virus.
No, I'm focused way more on my DJ stuff.
Yeah. Are you
Always.
Are you just producing while this is going on?
Yeah, basically constantly.
Some bodyguard you are. Jeez.
What? It's in cyberspace. I'm doing it in cyberspace while I'm doing other stuff in meat space. I do it all the time.
Don't you wish you had Razor? Hell of a bodyguard he is.
Doesn't
Alright.
do a damn thing.
Okay,
What about those?
Well,
servers
Razor's
then?
different. He doesn't do stuff in cyberspace. He's just off in fucking La La Land half the time. He's not in meat space either.
Razor's mask is equipped with pyrovision goggles.
I was just about to say, just because he's essentially the pirate from TF2 doesn't make him worthless. Well, I mean, this stuff is here, right? I mean, I'm sure we get a few more servers in. We can shift the network, can't we?
Could they?
You, roll me net running. I guess interface.
God damn it. It's always interface.
You think, yeah. You think that's very possible for them to do? As you're thinking about, like, the conundrums of it, Ned basically answers your question. Like, Ned basically finishes your thought for you by saying, yeah, but, I mean, would need to shift everything from what I have set up in the old net. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Better than dying.
What's your recommendation, Sergey? We don't need to hear this idiot's. Listen, what's
Shift
your
everything.
recommendation, Sergey? I don't report to Ned. I report to the Carrion.
Shift everything. This is. I'm just gonna vaguely gesture at like the port I'm plugged into. This is stupid.
Ned crosses his arms. I'll tell the boss your recommendation. In the meantime, can you and Ned together see maybe if you can give us a timetable, a complexity, a chance you think it would work, a chance you think it would fail?
Sure, easy enough.
My system was working.
0.
Yeah, I'd say that since you're already analyzing, you're probably going to spend a little bit of time, like, frowning deeply at this port, and plugging yourself in every once in a while to see, like, how big the load is, what needs to be shifted over, what the community would need to do to make this happen.
Yeah. Every time Sergey is about to like plug it, he has to hype himself up a little bit. It's like
Here we go, you're the boss,
Here we
you're the
go,
boss,
here we go.
big fat boss.
And he's only in there for like a minute at a time.
He's just screaming.
Alright, so what?
He feels dirty.
Am I supposed to do anything if you're in there for too long, Sarge?
Try and unplug me. Hope I don't die. I don't know.
I mean,
Sergey hands him a gun and says, "Shoot me."
Shoot me before my personality is permanently encrypted in the old web.
That's awesome.
Shoot the access point and then shoot me.
Give me a time limit for that.
Like 5 minutes.
Double thumbs up again.
Coward.
Not a coward, just experienced.
Meanwhile, Cypress Nash and Gorta Dongleson
And Echo, I think.
and Echo Irons, you guys are being led through a different path, a little bit more central. Like a central floor, but like a sequestered wing. And as you go in, like, you recognize immediately that it's basically a makeshift hospital. There are some rooms that have, like, essentially plastic curtains. Like, they're clean rooms. The entire thing is just like plastic curtains from head floor to bottom, with like a secret, super cool future cyber zipper that locks in air.
Okay, that's kind of sick.
People with rashes stare at you from the other side of these rooms.
Just by glancing, do Gorda and I notice anything special about the rashes?
Why don't you both roll me a med tech thing?
Would you rather me roll paramedic?
Yes.
Kind of my universal roll. Alright. Boop.
Also, if you want to, Rodman, I don't know how close you're listening, but you're cool to roll too. Yeah, right away, like off rip, you can tell that it's not like something you recognize. Like it's rashy, and like some of the rashes have like larger bumps or boils on them.
Mm-hmm.
And in some places you can see people scratching these, and like a greenish black like ooze is kind of coming out of them.
Ew. Cypress wouldn't say that, but ew. Okay.
You continue on through until you reach a back room where there is like clearly a like a chair set up for cyberware, like cyberware surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And standing next to it, Cypress, you recognize Joe, your old Ripper Doc friend.
Oh. Howdy. So this is where you've been working.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Sorry, what are you doing here, Cypress?
Apparently I'm taking your job, it looks like.
You're funny. Never struck me as a pin himself to a hole in the ground type.
Is that what this situation is?
Well, I mean, shit, I don't know. It was getting old up there. Nash. Stale.
Hey guys, it's Patrick
I wanted
Adams. I
to
have
do
something
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like him. Well, this seems like a pretty special case, and I'm gonna look around at all the rashes and stuff. If they're in this room, of course. If not, I'll just
you
look back
can-
at the door.
Yeah, you can gesture around generally. Like, yeah, I've had to hold off on cyberware surgery since people started cropping up with this.
You think it's connected to cyberware at all?
I don't think so. I stopped. I have had all my focus on this since the first patient came in. I mean, these are community members, you know.
Yeah. Alright, I'll have a look at a couple of them. I assume Gorda will as well.
Cool.
Are you back on your computer now, my friend?
Yeah, power's back.
Hey.
Nice.
Let's go.
Hey!
Oh,
powered
my
up
unlimited
again.
power!
You won't get me this time, Billy.
I'm stripping you of all of your rights, Billy, to control the
I don't-
feet of Gemma Stavros.
That's fucked up. You said I would have it forever.
I typically said the opposite.
That's fucked. That was a really fucked up thing for you to do. Like, you said I would have it forever.
I did not.
I mean, someone said, and Donnie was the one who was talking the most, so I mean, it sounds like Donnie said it.
So you're going in there. You need a clean suit?
You know, that's not really how I operate. I'll just walk in.
Godspeed.
All right, and I'm wiping up the boils off your neck.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Corda, are you following me in there? In a
Gord-
quarantine zone? I don't even know if Rodman's here, but or Echo. Is Echo following me into the quarantine zone?
You know what? One for no, two for yes. Oh, that's.
He rigged it. Yeah,
No.
Cypress.
Actually, if it goes like out of sight, like it turns a corner, then.
No, you can look in.
Okay.
Cypress, you also, like, as a medical professional, would not recommend, like, you feel like you need to go in, right? But you wouldn't recommend other people get in there for fear of it has more chance to spread, right?
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll walk in. I assume I have some type of face mask I could wear in my medical bag. I'm not seeing one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, did they give me my medical bag back, or did they say?
They did. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming no one has their weapons at this point, but everyone has their tools.
Okay.
My tools. I need my tools.
My tools. I must have my tools.
I assume they gave me my air hypo as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, do you have a normal one still?
Yeah, I bought one. Remember?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But they didn't take the ring.
No, of course not.
Yeah. You unzip the zipper, step inside, zip up that zipper, unzip the second zipper, step through, and into where all these people are kind of like sitting in various positions of discomfort, staring at you. You would say probably like a dozen people in here.
I'll just walk up to the first person that's in front of me.
Alright, the first person in front of you is a little boy.
Alright.
Who's kind of like sitting on the floor playing with some like little circuits, so you can kind of like unclip wires from one section and clip them to the other. It's like a pretty common toy.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't even look up as you approach him. You can see that the rash is basically like all over his neck and like cheeks.
Yeah, I don't know if I want my first case to be a child. I'll look at the first adult.
Okay.
That's
yeah, there's
fucked up. You're letting the kid die.
No, I'm not. It's not that I'm letting the kid die. It's that if I want to discover about the issues, I kind of want someone that understands their situation.
There's a man who's kind of like pacing and scratching, as you approach him.
Yeah, I'll approach him. I go. So, what do you think it is?
I thought that was your job. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, most people that have stuff like this, they make assumptions about their situation, right? I'm just questioning what your assumptions are. Where you think you got it from?
Well, I mean, we just took everyone outside of a place where we can breathe open air, and we stuffed them all in a closet underwater. That might have something to do with it.
Yeah. I'm just curious if there was anything else. Alright, let me have a look at you.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's in a similar location as the boys.
It's around the neck
like,
and the face.
Yeah, the front of his neck, not so much on his face, but as you're kind of looking and he's in like this medical robe type deal, you can see it like crawling down his neck a little bit.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna start pulling out my tools.
Did you go in there?
I assume I'm there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed some of this startup.
No, you're good.
I just assumed I was there because
Yeah, we're inside a quarantine zone. I assumed you would have walked in though.
oh, definitely.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Cypress denied the possibility to be wearing a clean suit for this, instead for just a facial mask, what are you doing, Gorda?
Oh, definitely full PPV.
Okay. Yeah, Gorta's clean suited out and is now pulling out the tools.
This is looking bad. I'm going to open my toolkit, like my medical kit, and I'm just gonna pull out a gun.
Whoa. How'd you get that in here?
It's for injections.
Oh, okay.
Gorta's air hypo now canonically looks like a normal handgun. It
Yeah.
was also...
That seems dangerous.
It is, but this looks like a small handgun, and the other handguns I carry are heavy weapons.
I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to that.
You start noticing a little bit of a panic in the room. You're
It's okay, everybody calm down.
You're not about to use that, are you? Look, I'm not that sick. I'm good.
You're not that sick, your arm just fell off.
He picks it up and puts it back on.
It's not pussy.
It's cyberware. It's cyberware, I promise.
It's cyberware. Good excuse there, good excuse.
So could both Gorda and I just do like paramedics roles on these people? Just to
Sure.
have a general idea.
Are
What
you
it
sure
could
we
possibly
don't
be.
want to just euthanize them to decrease the risk of a spread? We don't want a pandemic here.
I'm gonna look at Gorda and raise my mirror shades and just get like a really stern look. And I'm just gonna turn back around.
Alright. We
As soon
should
as you raise your
definitely
mirror
tell...
shades, this guy scratches his neck and some of the pus flies right into your eye.
Fuck. I want to use reflexes. I'm gonna dodge.
I'm joking.
We should definitely be telling the rest of the compound that everybody should be wearing masks and they should be locking down for at least 2 years. And cancel all movie production.
I think that's what they're
we
doing.
can have a food delivery service that will be booming at this time. And then, you know, maybe some payouts to a lot of the businesses down here so that, you know, they can be spared, you know, from shutting down.
I think you're thinking this place is a lot bigger than it is.
I also think that we should, you know, possibly, like, tell all of the, you know, civilians that this is for the good of them, and then we should, you know, possibly work on a vaccine for this.
You know, I like the last part.
Hey, I got no idea what your friend's talking about. Could you elaborate a little bit? What was it about no more movies?
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, she actually has she's actually a doctor, so maybe she knows something that I don't. But
Sorry, what the fuck are you?
I'm professional, and I'm gonna check them over.
Yeah, I think right away, it's starting
Look,
to become.
it's in all of the textbooks by Dr. Fauci.
Fauci.
Right away, like, I think you satiate your virus concerns because it's pretty clear to you now looking at it up close.
I guess I should roll medics as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you have a med scanner?
Yeah.
And make sure you add +2 if you haven't yet.
I don't believe I have. Let's see, what is my paramedic is 6.
Yeah, so that's probably without the +2.
Yeah.
So just add 2 to that. That's what I did. That's why I have an 8.
Oh.
Damn.
I'm going back to the idea of euthanasia. I don't think they're going to make it. deadly virus. And we should definitely just get out of here, get some flamethrowers maybe, and just call.
Some people in the room start picking up heavy objects.
Whoa. There's no need to get hostile. She's just joking, right?
Hell of a joke.
Yeah.
Listen, laughter is the best medicine. Don't you know? You guys aren't
Anyone
laughing.
laughing?
Exactly. Laugh more.
That was a crazy joke.
Roll persuasion.
Alright. That's not bad. It's 3, but...
Yeah, they're like, no one laughs. But the heavy weapons are like not in attack position right now.
Okay, good.
Cypress, it's kind of puzzling.
Wait, for a critical failure, it just subtracts 3 from the roll?
It subtracts a d10.
So I still have a 14 on that.
12.
No, he had +2.
Oh, okay. Then
He
yeah,
didn't add the +2.
Cypress, I think Gorto probably wouldn't recognize it right away because it's weird. What your immediate diagnosis is. But looking at the color of the fluid seeping out of these people, you start to recognize that you don't really feel like it's an infection or a virus of any kind. Instead, what you think it's consistent with is hydro poisoning.
I fucking called it.
The hydrogen
called
gas
it.
That's used to power vehicles in the city.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking water. Never mind.
That was my exact thought too.
Power vehicles. Would Cypress know of any direct way of treating this at the moment? Like, of course I don't know the direct cause, but is there any treatment I can think of? Any treatment that Gorda might be able to think of if I tell her that it's possibly hydrogen poisoning?
I don't think it's easy to treat. Actually, do you have like chemistry maybe?
I do actually.
Yeah, roll me chemistry.
What was it? Hydrogen poisoning from vehicles or like vehicle fluid?
Yeah, it's hydro is basically shorthand for the hydrogen gas that is used in vehicles in Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Let me find the exact.
Gotcha.
Yeah, hydro is street slang for hydrogen fuel used to power some vehicles in the 2000s.
Where's chemistry? What is
I mean,
it was just a custom science I put in.
What is it? I mean, would Echo know anything about this?
I put 3 of my initial points into it.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you have points in education, that might still work.
Okay, I'm gonna retcon really fast because I misremembered the street slang. It's not hydro poisoning, it's chew 2 poisoning.
Chew 2 poisoning?
Yeah.
You know retcon. You're stuck
Same
with
thing.
it now.
Cypress, you were wrong, and you think about it harder, and you say, wait, no.
Chew
No,
2
so
poison.
it's not actually a hydrogen gas. Hydro is used to power like some vehicles, but most vehicles are powered by Chew 2, which is an advanced form of alcohol with higher burning temperature than normal methanol.
Oh.
Well, it's
Okay.
good we didn't use the flamethrowers.
A big bomb.
Well, this is kind of a simple fix.
Is it?
Da.
Without shooting them.
Alright, well, the alternative is also kind of simple. Simply just give them a lot of water and we just hydrate them. Intravenously would be preferred, but most of them probably have cyberware, so that will be a little more difficult.
Donald, would Echo know anything about this, being from a nomad family?
Detox them off of just the same way you would with alcohol.
I think the problem is
Wait, that actually might
Echo,
work, Rodman.
what Echo knows about this is that it's really, really stupid to drink Chew 2.
Yeah.
Right, like,
That is
I don't
actually
think...
a good question, though. Have you guys been drinking Chutu?
Sorry?
Chutu. What goes in vehicles?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, kid. Yeah, kid. Yeah, you stole a fucking bottle of gasoline out of your mom's cupboard and took it down, right? Just like the rest of us. Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Hey, we're not
drinking chew too, shithead.
We're not pointing fingers. We're just trying to come up with solutions. All right.
Look, Chutu, which, as my colleague here says, is probably the kind of poisoning that you have right now, is extremely flammable. And if you continue acting like a dick, we can always go with the flamethrower method.
Look, I think I can recognize the difference between a shot of synthga and a shot of vehicle fluid.
Can I go up to the door and ask, like, I assume there are guards there?
Yeah, you guys were led here by a vulture.
I'm gonna go out there and ask them for a bottle of alcohol.
Okay.
Or just knock on the door and say, can you bring me a bottle of the alcohol that your people usually drink?
Oh, ask for a glass of water too.
And a glass of water. My colleague is thirsty.
Okie dokie. He walks off for a second, and then he comes back, and he has a bottle of alcohol. Just like it's Girnoff Synthka, and a cup full of water.
I'm gonna give the water to Cypress, and I'm gonna open the bottle and take a whiff.
It's alcohol. I mean, it's Synthka.
Billy.
Why you laugh?
I think since you know what you're looking for, you can tell pretty quickly that like your nostril hairs would be curling a little bit more if this was Chew 2.
Alright, well, it's not been your alcohol. Do you steal anything here?
No, everything's imported as far as I know. I mean, I've never had anything that's been made here.
Where do you all work in the facility?
Oh yeah, let me ask that one really fast. Hey kid, where are you working in the facility?
While this happens, Donnie, I'm going to use my microscope eye to analyze the water. It can go up to 400 times magnification.
Oh, hey, you got that too?
Yeah.
I should give me one of those.
And I'm going to look for, with my chemistry background, I'm going to look for any signs of possible, like, Chew-2 within the water. Or anything of similar makeup.
You could just taste it.
I'm not doing that.
I think this is perception. I think there's an argument for conceal/reveal object and concentration, but I think this is just going to be flat perception. It's not an object.
Does it contain mass?
Okay. Alright, smart ass.
So, perception or concentration? Which one?
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 2 luck on this.
At first, it looks very clean. As your eyes pass over it a few more times, though, you do notice, like I'm talking really, really tiny specks in there that you would not expect to see if you were looking at normal water.
Any idea what they might be?
I mean, even at 400 times magnification, I think it's way too small for you to really make just an eyeball test of what it is.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ask Echo. I'm just gonna quickly peek my head out, if possible. Echo, do you mind going and ask the carrion or someone close to her where they get their water from?
I mean, well, I just straight up know this.
I don't think, like, I think the basic assumption is probably that they're either importing water or filtering some.
Okay.
Maybe there's something wrong with the filter, perhaps.
To meta, I don't think you guys know this, but I think, if I remember correctly, the carrion told Ruby that it was a little bit of both, mostly imported.
Okay. Yeah, I can go ask. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I think we'll be good. I don't think there'll be any fights anytime soon. Hopefully.
All right. Hey Joe, can you keep an eye on those two? Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I know how to deal with one of them at least. And the vulture starts leading you back through the facility.
Alrighty.
You reach the carrion's office and he gives a knock. Cliff opens the door. And he's like, he opens the door a crack and he's like, sorry, what is it?
Just a few questions about your water source. I'm just a messenger here. For Cypress.
Yeah. Of course. He swings the door all the way open and lets you in.
Yeah, and I walk in.
Roll me human perception.
Look at IRA now. He wants to murder me.
Yeah. The carrion is sitting at her desk. She kind of like brushes some hair out of her face and she says, yeah, water, you said?
Yeah. Cypress found some weird stuff in the water supply and was wondering where you get it. He said something about it maybe being the cause of the illness.
Mostly imports, but I mean, some places are getting it from filtered water from the lake. I mean, we have filtration.
Out of character, is that what Ruby and Tuna were gonna go look into? Was the filter?
That's it.
Ruby and Tuna are settling, basically a lot of infrastructure that kind of needs to be resolved.
Okay.
Ruby's big thing, though, is self-sustaining filtration from, like, pulling from the city.
Yeah, basically a mini hydroelectric filtration plant. Like, yeah. But I kind of, I need to know this. For the bacteria, I need to know this. There's Chew2 in there.
Well, we don't know it's Chew2.
We don't know if it is.
It could literally just be dirt.
That's fair.
Well, we would know if it would be dirt, right?
Yeah, but it could be another byproduct, right? Or like something that breaks down into Chew2.
Yeah.
What did she just say? Sorry.
She said...
and it could build up into Chew2.
That's true, too.
She said...
small amounts.
Essentially, that their water filtration is, like, good, but it's not... They don't have it on a scale to supply the entire place.
Gotcha.
So most of it is coming from imports.
Did Cypress tell me about the Chew2 stuff, or no? Or did they talk about that out loud?
I mean, if he could hear through the...
Yeah.
Through the quarantine stuff, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll relay that. Yeah, Cypress and Gorta were talking something about Chew2 poisoning. Pretty nasty stuff.
Chew2?
Yeah.
I mean, the imports come from all different places, and plus, have you seen it outside of, like, has this been happening outside in the city?
Assumably
It's been a while since I've been outside.
Out of character. No, right?
Yeah, you haven't, no.
Yeah.
Might be worth asking Rita
The only person who could do that is Sarge.
So the
yeah.
filtration.
Could be filtration, or who does your imports?
Cliff usually brings in the boxes, but I mean, anywhere that we can
This
get.
brings in all of the boxes.
Cliff is, to be more clear, Cliff is in charge of the imports.
I give
managing
Cliff a look
rotation.
about the water. Then we can have a conversation in a hot second.
Guys, just because of us, Cliff is like gonna be deaded.
Poor Cliff, man.
He's just went from like some nobody who happened to be an informant to like. Keeps getting worse.
I think it would be so much funnier if they decide to off Cliff because of all of these things and they're like problems throughout the facility.
What's my intellect?
We just blame on Cliff.
Intelligence.
And in the end, he didn't do any of it.
I mean, there was that whole shtick about him not asking if there were multiple med techs or multiple techs.
Is it,
Cliff spends all his day on the pallet jack.
Then
Spends all the other pallets.
Then Cliff, is it the same people that bring you the water, or what's the deal there?
I mean, some nomads make deliveries. Some,
You got names?
Yeah. He gives you out like a list of a few different nomad gangs that you're familiar with.
Okay.
One of which being your
Okay.
gang. I mean, again, they're just the deliveries, though. They're getting it from Corpo sources mostly.
Okay.
And anywhere else that has cheap bottled water. You know, you'd think water wouldn't be a problem here.
What was? Where? Does it say on the list what corpos they're getting it from?
It's really a mishmash. Like, it would essentially be if you were sourcing like water for an entire community, right?
Yeah.
Then you'd have some Dasani and some Deer Park and some Aquafina in there.
I get it. Who took the area down here? I forgot. Donald Corp?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming that name's there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He took the, like this. Is the old Vulture camp.
Yeah.
That's where you guys saw the construction. This is like Donald Ronald's HQ.
Okay.
This is New Elysium.
That is New Elysium. Okay. Thanks for the info. I'll bring it back to Cyprus, but you might want to check your filters or some shit.
I'll bring it up with Ruby. Thank you.
And I'll start heading back.
Yeah. Same hallways, same journey. You make it back. In the meantime, Ruby, Razor, and Tunamuck, you guys are brought down, down several floors instead of up where everyone else had gone, until you reach the bottom floor, which essentially seems to be like the utility closet, where they have not utility closet, but like the utility station, where they have several generators, water filters, etc.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just gonna start going through, looking for what can be salvaged, what's still usable, what conditions everything's in. Do we have like the vats needed for basically what are we gonna need to even start building?
Yeah,
Hey.
look at the filters.
Hey there. Hey, Tuna. The vulture that led you down here lifts her beak, and you can see the face of Callie, who is one of the motorcycle riding vultures from the camp that you guys went to, from the original compound.
God, hi Gorge.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're back. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I hope you don't have that gross water disease.
I also hope I don't have that gross water disease as well. Was that just because you were kissing me on the face, or was it a concern for my well-being?
I mean, both can be true.
Okay. I am so hyped. As soon as people were like grabbing people to guide them to the facility, I was like, mine over there.
Right. I love a little summer camp trolley.
Hey, I know this is like super unprofessional, but
No, girl, fuck professionalism.
I know, but do you think if you could find a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a gal, you could, I don't know, get some new clothes down here? Cause I mean, look at this.
Oh my god, totally. We were definitely working on spreading out to different places, and we love an underground scene, so this is perfect.
Oh my god.
But first things first, I will let you know so you can get first grabs.
Tinoma, you're my favorite person.
Thank you. Anyway, we gotta get these filters right, because if we don't have this place, then there's gonna be no clothes to sell.
Totes. Ruby.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me basic attack. Same. Tuna, go ahead and do the same.
Okay.
Can I check for possible impurities in the water that might be problematic while I'm doing that?
Ooh.
Because I do also have the magnification.
Yeah. You can. I just worry that you're not going to be able to get any more than Cypress does, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. I figured if it might be inorganic in nature, but.
Yeah, you guys. You can basically work out that there are several generators. There are 2 generators which Callie brings up to you that are completely unoperational. As you're looking through, you can tell that there are 2 more generators of the 4 operational ones, 6 total. There are 2 more generators that are on their last legs, they could go out anytime. The other 2 look good, and as far as the water filtration goes, it's a rudimentary system. It looks like, from what you can tell, it's only routed to a few specific areas. It's not it doesn't seem like the layperson is getting this water.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll start.
All these things are things with time and effort you can fix. Ruby, with what your plans are, this isn't something that I think would even really, besides maybe the intake, you would probably just reroute your hydroelectric filtration plant.
Yeah, start fresh, right? It's not. This equipment's so bad. Yeah, I start like going through what ports I'm gonna need, looking to make sure like the water port is there, like the ventilation. Oh, Tuna. I have, and I like my stomach panel. Like Frankie opening his door for the cola.
For a second.
It was like, yeah, sorry, 1 second. And I like open up like a little valve, and I have my tool hand forms a little like spoon on the end, or like a little like tab for like diabetes tests, and like stick it in, and I like pop it off and I hand it to Tuna. This bacteria should do, but it's not. This stuff's supposed to be making. It's not for like cleaning the water, but this is like the same bacteria I used for my own system. And I like start pulling through like the documents I have, and like Or no, I don't have the. That's right. I don't have the documents, but I start writing out what basic information Tuna might need to start working on the bacteria if Tuna wants to.
Whoa, hang on. You just had that in your tummy?
Oh yeah.
And you just brought it in.
Oh well, it's me. Well, I should clarify as I don't have a stomach anymore, so I guess calling it abdomen might be more accurate. Yeah.
Oh my God, Clip's totally getting fired. For real this time.
Is he supposed to You can't really X-ray me, right? Because the whole look up and down on himself.
True.
I don't know how they would have known.
What if you had a million guns in there?
Oh, I did. This is actually a really funny story. So remember when we were at your camp the last time?
Yeah.
I had actually snuck a gun inside my stomach.
That's one of my favorite days ever. So yeah. Terrifying though. What if you had shot me with your gun?
Oh, I wouldn't have. I mean, if you shot at us, but you weren't gonna shoot at us.
No, I couldn't. No. Me?
I just motioned to Tuna. I'm I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, could you hold it?
I'm gonna how Squidward bit that Krabby Patty. I'm gonna take that.
Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong. Razor is right there, right?
Yeah.
So at the could have shot me with the gun that you snuck in. Razor just kind of giggles.
Okay.
Just adding the flavor.
Yeah. I don't think Callie
needed to be
registers it.
added. It was a requirement.
Razor registers it. That's what's important.
Is Razor leaning against the wall or how's Razor posing?
Yeah, no, he is just leaning against the wall.
Nice.
Just sitting there twiddling his thumbs for the most part because he's not. The jobs we were brought here to do were not his specialty.
This ain't Razor shit.
This ain't Razor shit yet.
Do the thing where you put your two index fingers together and you tap them in front of your face to look sheepish.
No.
Speaking of which, just says, never mind. We'll get to it.
Speaking of Razor shit.
Is there anything immediately besides starting the maintenance that you guys are getting up to?
They gave us tools and stuff back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can I take something to put the bacteria in to have it start reproducing?
Ooh. Yeah. Tuna, roll me. You're actually pretty good at at this kind of stuff, I believe.
As long as the.
Because you've already done a little
organic.
bit of chemistry, I know. I guess roll me education as a skill.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, you basically know what to do with this. I think I'm going to assume that since you've already made you cloned those biotoxins, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to assume that you already have some tools for doing that kind of stuff, and yeah, you get a little pipette, pull out a small bit of this bacteria, plop it down, and into a little petri dish, and just kind of give it the nutrients that it needs to start growing.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it start doing its thing.
Nice. Ruby, you register all this happening, and I think you probably have like enough technical knowledge to say like you kind of know what this is, especially if you've worked with bacteria.
And it's just it's a much more elegant way that I would do it, because mine is very much brute force. Like if I can't grind it down into shape,
yeah,
I'm a little lost.
Tuna sticks like a little latex gloved finger in there and like pets the bacteria before closing the petri dish.
Your babies.
Ruby, what are you up to?
Yeah, so for now, I'm just figuring out like what time frame I would need and just listing supplies. It's just getting a big list of shopping supplies.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Yeah, this is a lot. Like I'll run it by the carrion, but like it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of this, the research trying to justify. A lot of this could be made on site, but like you really want the Donald Brawl turbine model that they released about 5 years ago. It's just a really good model. It lasts a long time. But you don't want the one from the year before that. So I can make an instruction, but it would take time. Do we have minions for this?
Should we be concerned at all though that the Donald Ronald model turbine is gross?
Oh, yeah, it's gross, but I say so the actual bearings on it are really nice, and you just can't get them anywhere else. But the other pieces, technically nothing to speak of. But those bearings.
Okay. She looks a little bit disgusted, but takes the list.
We're talking on the tests at near zero Kelvin, at near zero, absolute degrees. We're talking almost no friction. It's wild. It was an incredible amount of time.
Could you explain what your friend's saying in a normal language, maybe?
So you remember Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he dropped his 4th studio album.
Sure.
You remember the uproar?
Oh yeah. My mom was like, ah.
Ooh, I don't know about your mom then.
Okay.
Anyway, I think I understand a bit of what you understand about it.
Great. I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna take this upstairs.
But you got it, girl.
I'm gonna run this by the carrion. I guess I'll stick around here and run it up later on once you guys are done. Just keep doing what you do.
Okay, thank you, Angel.
Alright, so I think probably the rest of the day continues basically with this same formula of everyone's going about kind of doing their thing. Cypress, I think you probably have the materials to do so, especially with some added stuff from Joe's lab if you want to test for Chew2 in the water.
Okay, I'll do that. While that happens, does Gordo want to try to make some type of, not necessarily vaccine, but just some type of treatment to treat the wounds and stuff? The bumps. The pus.
The pus.
I will work on extracting the pus.
Ew.
Ew.
I'm gonna pull another gun. Now, where is that one asshole?
I think Cliff should really get fired, to be honest.
Nah, we can all agree that the Cliff is kind of an idiot.
No, Cliff's a nice man, alright? We shouldn't be dissing the guy that got us here.
Cliff?
He's the whole reason we have the job.
Same guy here?
Yeah.
I mean, the man has a bar named after him.
That is true. You're not here.
Razors everywhere.
What was that you said, Razor? Cliff Bar? Are you hungry?
Before we do any of
I've been
this,
down here a few hours.
Before we do any of this, Donnie, I wanted to double check and ask all the people if they know where they're getting their water from. Are they getting it through shipments or through the filter?
Roll me conversation.
All right. Cow, come on, man. Just give me something.
You get mixed answers. Some of them say, like, most of the time they're drinking, like, based on the floor they're on, they're drinking a lot of filtered water, and then sometimes they're drinking shipment waters. Other people say kind of the opposite. Sometimes they drink filtered just because they're on that floor, but most of the time they're drinking imports.
But I am getting a general answer that they're drinking filtered water regardless at some point. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
I'm going to work on starting to extract the pus.
Oh god.
And also starting them on intravenous fluids.
Roll me a paramedic.
No, it is not embalming fluid. Before anybody asks.
Is it embalming fluid?
That is some.
It might be embalming fluid.
I lied. Don't roll me paramedic. Roll me your medtech pharmaceutical skill.
Roll me
not great.
Resist torture drugs.
No, it's just like a little bit of morphine.
You can roll me either. I'm flip-flopping here. I think pharmaceuticals, I was thinking maybe it could do so with like the chemical stuff, but now I'm starting to think that maybe pharmaceuticals should just be for making pharmaceuticals. So if you want to roll
fluid, there's no pharmacy to it. There's no pharmacology to it.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, if you want to roll me paramedic, I think that works.
I will roll you paramedic. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
+2, that's a 19.
So, from what you can understand, the reason why a lot of these people have this issue.
What do you mean, these people?
You know what I mean.
What do you mean, these people?
Ultras. From what you can tell, it's not a problem of these are the people where the stuff that they ingested would have gotten into their bloodstream, right? And that's what's causing the rash and so forth. The only real way you know to deal with this is dialysis. Or sorry, not dialysis, transfusion.
Alright, who here has O negative blood?
The little boy says, I have O negative.
Oh god.
That's a smart kid. How the fuck do you know that? I didn't know that when I was a kid.
That's what Joe said.
Well, actually, we probably shouldn't use it from anybody in here who's sick. Guard?
You pull out the sick blood and shove back in new sick blood.
Yeah, after.
Oh yeah, what do you need?
I'm going to need you to ask the Carrion if she knows how many people in the compound has O negative blood.
Oh, okay. Will
No,
do.
no, not okay. O negative.
Oh, you're confusing me. So you want negative blood, bad blood. How many people have feuds?
What?
You want to know how many people are feuding or arguing or fighting with other people?
No.
Listen, I think I messed you up too much. Just listen to what Garda said.
Okay, ask her if anyone has O negative blood.
That's right.
That's super cool, one actually.
I was trying to think of a design with the Vulture mask. It looks kind of like a gas mask.
With all the science stuff in there, Donnie, what do I need to roll?
Chemistry, I think.
Okay, so the same roll. I'll use my final 2 luck points on this.
Cypress,
What's up?
if you can find out the molecular compound of the molecular structure of these particular compound, Chutu, we might be able to find something that we can give them that will break it down. A type of enzymatic fluid.
Yeah. First, I gotta see if that's actually what we're dealing with.
Probably a good idea.
Alright. This has a +2.
Let's go.
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
After like running a few tests, comparing it to some of the pus fluid which you extracted, you can pretty much, without a doubt, say that there is Chu2 in the water.
Sick. Alright.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm gonna approach Echo and I'm gonna say, if they haven't done it already, tell them, don't just spread it throughout the. Actually, maybe it is good to know on the compound. Go tell them that there's Chu2 in the water. Don't drink the filtered water. There's
Don't
something
drink
wrong
the
with the
filtered
water.
water, right?
Yeah, correct. Wait, guard.
Yeah?
Where'd you get that water from?
The filter.
Okay, good. Yeah, there's something wrong with the filtered water.
Well,
Don't drink it.
I mean, the whole hospital wing is on filtered water. It's one of the first places that got the
Oh no!
I'm gonna.
God
I'm gonna
damn it.
I'm gonna very slowly look at the guard, and as I do, I'm just gonna like pull the catheter back out of the guy.
What is
And
it?
before you think, no, not a urine catheter.
Oh, the IV cat. Gotcha.
Gorda hasn't just been going around sounding people.
Gordon would do that. Just to fuck with
I'm
him.
wrong about that, but let's not get into my personal life right now.
It would be a good idea, Echo, if we could somehow relay that to Ruby as well. If they haven't already.
I'll send it. Fucking send it through the group chat, you dumbass.
We don't have our phones, dumbass. We don't have our agents.
Do we not?
No, we don't. Check your pockets.
Okay, I'll go tell Carrion to tell Ruby, I guess.
Even without the car, we can't get away from it.
It's crazy. All right, could Gorda and I, with the knowledge I have of the chemical makeup, work on some type of way to break it down in their bloodstream?
Yeah, I think so.
Perhaps without a blood transfusion?
Yeah, I think you guys can manage that. I think with an 18 on your like recognizing it roll, and you rolled pretty well earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do it.
Do we have a Breaking Bad like montage of us synthesizing this thing?
I think
And
it's
then,
going to.
and then there's a random frame of us sitting on a throne of cash. And they're like, "Where'd you get that from? Don't worry about it."
Oh, fuck.
Outfit change, throw cash.
You guys, the blood transfusion option will be riskier, but cheaper if they can find the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The drug option will be more expensive, but safer.
Hey, we ain't paying for it.
We're not paying for it. Fuck it, they don't know.
At the end of the day, as you guys are all working on this, you meet back up with the Carrion, and she kind of collects reports from all of you. She says, "Ruby, you're good, right? If I can get you the things on this list, your project is good."
Yeah, really kind of like, oh yeah. You probably are gonna want like another tech to watch how I'm like doing. It's not like it's a little finicky, but the maintenance is pretty basic. It's just like you gotta have someone who knows it.
Understood.
Any extra hands would probably be pretty nice too. There's gonna be a lot of fabrication involved.
I'll send Sly down with you next time.
Sick. And I look to Muck, to Tuna. Tuna, do you need like a lab, or you good?
I like working on the floor.
Nice.
The physical
You
floor.
got your coloring book and your crayons. I like working on the floor.
She gestures to Sergey. Synth, is he all right? Sergey has kind of a faraway look on his face.
No, Sergey's fine. He
No,
wasn't
he's
just
fine.
getting a drink. If that's what
No,
you're wondering.
she's
Don't drink that water.
Sergey, how is Sergey feeling right now?
Sergey's fine. A little bit horrified about the old net, but he's fine.
Yeah, by the way, every time you enter and leave, well, not enter, but every time you leave, you come out and there's a gun pointed in your face.
Oh. I said
My gun.
pointed.
Not a gun, but maybe just a fist. I don't know. Oh, no, because we got our guns taken away, right?
Which Razor is thoroughly disappointed in.
But yeah, it's just me standing there with my, like, one hand's doing something that if you focus, you could see that I'm, like if you have virtuality, you can see that I'm...
Do you have like a chokehold and you do whatever you call it?
Doing some work.
Comes out?
And then the other fist is just raised, like, and there's like a little section, like, in my peripheral vision that's just a timer that has 5 minutes on it that counts down every time you go in.
I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up every time I come out. Just like, good job.
Yeah, and then
Thank
you
you.
just see me, like, click a... You see me click the timer and it goes back to 500.
Sergey comes out of virtuality and only then registers synth saying 12, 11. Oh, well, we're good. We're good.
That was a close one there, Sarge.
Well, I got distracted in this.
Please don't make me kill you. You know how traumatizing that would be for me?
Mildly?
That would be fucked up of you.
At least moderately.
Oh. Okay.
Cypress,
Yeah.
you're dealing with the situation. I heard about the blood. I've sent out some feelers.
Yeah, we realized Gorta gave me her professional opinion, and I don't think the blood transfusion is a good idea.
Well, why not?
There's just a lot of issues with it that I don't really want to go into. Instead,
There's many things to think about. There are the various considerations. AIDS is one of them. But, you know, we really shouldn't be using people's blood. Not to mention, those people can't go back to work for quite a while afterwards.
we're instead working on making would it be called a vaccine? Cypress? No, I wouldn't know. Would it be called a vaccine? A medicine?
I wouldn't call it a vaccine because it's not really fighting a virus.
Well, what would it be called then?
I think it would be called something like a
Inoculation?
Some form of inoculant, yes.
An enzymatic breakdowny thingy.
We're working on an
smart.
enzymatic breakdowny thingy that will work better.
Okay, what do you need for that?
10,000.
Gorda, yeah. Wait, what the
Spilled
fuck?
into the ocean
No.
when the front falls off our boat. No, we need.
You think
I
it's
have a
probably
list. We put together a list. Here's the list of components that we need. And
Oh,
how-
and I'm gonna write down at the bottom Cypress a toy. We need that too.
toy for Cypress.
Yeah, toy for Cypress.
Kids meal.
Psy.
Toy for Psy.
Toy for Psy.
Toy for Psy. Nice. Also, if you look on that report, you can see that the pus that comes out of them, it's very viscous, and it is glowing and neon green. Very telling sign of two
And it-
toys.
And it tastes terrible.
No, if you just look, I mean, I was very thorough in the report.
Listen, we might need to do the blood.
Why is that?
We're okay on resources. We can keep ourselves afloat for the time being with the trading and the comings and goings, but we don't have unlimited eddies to spend here.
Donnie, ballpark. with all the people that were in that that were quarantined, right?
Mhm.
How much would it cost? If could I come up with a ballpark in my head?
Yeah, you're thinking probably around 500.
500 eddies.
Yeah.
Cypress will say, "I'll pay for half of it. How about that?" I'd rather you go with the safer option.
It'll only cost them 500 eddies?
Listen, money doesn't grow on trees.
Goddamn used to.
We're being
Right.
paid like 10,000 eddies just to do this.
Out of character, they're also asking for Ruby's also asking for 2,000 to basically like supercharge their system, and Sergey's
Only
asking
a quarter of what they're
some new servers.
they pay us.
I'm not asking for new servers. I'm just saying that if they don't get new servers, they'll all die.
Man, it's a good thing they got us on this job, because like anyone else, this would be very bad.
Does she respond to me paying half of it?
You're willing to pay 250 eddies?
Yep, I have my integrity, my pride, and my lunch on on the line here. So I'd rather help you.
Actually, Cypress,
Yeah.
I may have eaten your lunch.
Damn it. I knew it.
I'm sorry, there was no name on the Tupperware. You have to put your name on the Tupperware before you put it in the fridge.
I did. It came off somehow.
I don't know how that happened.
I like the picture. That it's a known fact that if you don't put your name on the Tupperware, Gorda's just gonna eat it.
Everyone knows. The whole group knows.
It's a good thing I had my Cliff Bar.
After Simp's whole runaway session, he got back to his apartment and he's like, "Where's all my food?"
Damn it! There you go again. Now it's canon.
I actually did not eat the Cliff Bar Razor, thank you very much. It had Cliff's name on it.
No, it was my Cliff Bar.
That's wild. That's wild.
Mine.
Technically, you ate Cliff's bar. Alright? Probably not the only thing from Cliff that you were eating.
What are you implying, Gorda?
I'm not comfortable with this conversation. You're really willing to pay that money, then yeah, I say we go with the safe option.
Actually, he will only be paying 125.
Okay, then
Really? Why is that?
I will pay the other half.
The other quarter.
Can Cypress roll a human perception on that?
Rodman?
What?
Can I roll a human perception on you saying that you'll pay 125?
Thinking that I'm just lying?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Okay. I could just tell. Cool. I just wanted to double check.
Look, life is a beautiful thing, okay? And you shouldn't take it lightly.
Everyone in the crew turns to look at you, Gorda.
What? I'm saying that life is beautiful, and you shouldn't sully it. However, if you want to go, or you want a family member to go, I will make it happen. But otherwise,
Razor's just gonna sit in his corner and whistle.
I wholeheartedly agree with that first part.
look, they're doing it up north already. I don't understand why we, can't do it here. Actually, we can because it's legal here.
But everyone gets all bent out of shape of that.
So
right.
Ruby's whole thing will take care of the filter, right? It would just be a replacement for it, basically.
Yeah, the filter, the power system, yeah.
Cool.
So are you saying basically like fuck the Jennies that they're running?
Yeah, this should power, or have enough power at least for the megastructure. Now, whether it has enough for like every room in the megastructure all working simultaneously, I would probably say no.
Okay.
But
so the Jennies that they have working are fine, but don't bother fixing any of the ones that are on their way out.
Yeah, and like backup's never a bad idea.
Right.
But like, what are it is a question. What are the generators running on because they're like right next to the water filtration, right? And are they on Chew too?
Yeah, I will tell you, based on what you can tell, that's not where the leak is coming from. But
Gotcha.
yes,
That was...
the answer is yes. They have Chew 2 generators running right next to their water filtration.
Probably like, and they're I from the context of what they've said, we're probably mostly underground, which it's not really help.
Not great.
Where's the exhaust going?
Okay. So all of you think you can get this done, or the things that you told me that you need.
That.
Yep.
Sergey?
Yes.
You're good?
Yeah.
You keep looking like you're looking at something that's not me, and you haven't been responding a lot.
It's just... It's a lot.
All right, then we'll work on it. We'll work on it throughout. Okay, do you guys have a timetable? I think the longest project is for sure going to be Ruby's. I think with a little bit more hands-on help from other techs, Ruby, you think that you can probably get it done in like 4 days.
Oh damn! Nice.
That's crazy.
Like,
how long would it take Gordon and I to make all the medicine?
Mechanically, like in game, what would you? How would helping work?
I don't think I'm going to make this very mechanical.
Okay.
I think that essentially you guys have solved the problems. Unless I throw something new at you, like, you're going to be doing the things, right? It's just time.
I was originally gonna make me do the because I think what we're making is like luxury or super luxury.
Yeah. I mean, it's you said 2,000, right?
Yeah, that was what I was going off of.
Yeah, I think like 10,000 is super lux.
Oh yeah, 1 month per 10,000 of cost. So,
what was it? The reason I asked was like, I thought it might be like for each point you have in like X thing for attack. That's like what you add to someone's roll for it.
Echo, you can swap duties and give them maybe like an extra pair of hands now that essentially you're not really helpful with the other group.
We'll swap it out.
Yeah.
Do you switch with Razor? Like Razor's really bored.
Yeah. Well, I'll be real, my friend. He's not gonna have much more fun on that side either.
You guys are all, after your conversation with the Carrion, escorted to like an isolated wing that looks like it has rooms just for you guys, right? And there's a door at the end of the hall where someone stops, where the guards that are taking you stop, and they just kind of gesture inside and they say, "This is your quarters for the night." Yeah, I think you guys are gonna be all right in there. Just let us know if you need anything. Tuna.
We. Absolutely.
Did you just say we?
We.
I am a man of many skills.
Oh, she said sweet. She said sweet. They said all we heard was we.
No.
We.
All right. Based on Sergey's agent, it's about like 11 p.m.
Okay.
By the time you guys all kind of retire to your quarters. And as you're sitting there, I think the thing on the back of your minds, probably all of you, at the very least Cypress's, is that depending on how you're trying to do this, there's maybe more work to be done for the job that you were sent here to do.
Ah, shit. Alright.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if we could like meet up in one person's room and like if I could participate in searching for like bugs like obvious bugs. Because they're probably like, I don't doubt they're watching this, but I do try to like get everyone in one room if that's possible. I don't know if they let us.
Cypress is just going to be really loud about going to Sarge's room. Like he's slamming the door behind him and he's stomping all the way to Sarge's room.
I mean, there's a cyber.
What's with the ruckus?
There's a cyberware for that, right? To find bugs.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, I have
There
it.
is.
Wait,
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Sick.
Who does?
I did. Miss Tunamuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the bug detector.
That's like
2M/yards of a listening device.
That's so good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, as you're walking through, as you're, like, they leave you at the end of the hall, and they let you guys just pick whatever room you want in this, like, isolated wing. You hear, like, 2 or 3 times, let's say 3 times your bug detector goes off in the hallway, but it doesn't go off at all once you reach your room, Tuna, or any of the rooms that you go in prior, or after, I mean.
okay, that's true.
Oh, nice.
So we're safe within the rooms.
Safe to talk, probably, just not too loudly.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper and tell everyone. There are listening devices up in the hallways. I don't know how far they can pick up.
Oh, gotcha. So, like, sorry about not, like, telling this earlier, but I kind of, like, subverted the city's, like, water hydroelectric system to power this, like, mega structure I live in.
Wait, the entire cities.
So, yes.
No hot water.
No, there is actually, like, plenty of hot water. It's not a problem.
Do they not have tech to know where their water is going? Like that seems pretty dangerous.
I bypass that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Should I care?
Well, I just want to, like, let you guys know.
Based.
That's a good question. That's a good question. This is, like, million eddy technology. I've tried. Hopefully, they'll spread it, and I won't have to worry about being killed anymore. But
I'll be
if
honest.
they don't,
I was going to say it's merely an editing technology until some like Ronald McDonald guy shows up at your door and is like, bang. And then, and then it's null eddy technology.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. My big like plan was to try to like spread it around to different megastructures. But if they could do the job for me, like that would be really helpful.
I'll be honest. I don't think they will, but you know, good luck with that.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, they said they would.
Let's have faith in them. We've been pretty helpful to them. Speaking of that, Sarge.
Yeah.
Is your internal agent still working?
Oh no, it broke like 4 hours ago. Yes, why would it not be working?
I didn't know if they had somebody deactivated or something. I don't know.
No, it's.
Can you message Rita that we are here?
Yeah, I did that when we got here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cypress is like, I have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, it's just common sense. Why wouldn't I?
Also, message her, and I'm gonna be really quiet about this, that the base is in an alleyway in the night market. I'll tell her the exact location when we're done.
Okay.
Wait.
Waiting.
Why the fuck would you say that now?
What do you mean?
That's our information to hold on to.
Oh, that's like a bonus.
Yeah, like, deliver all the information when the job is done.
Yeah.
Well, it's my information too, and I'm choosing to do with it what I want, and I'm telling
Well,
you now.
now it's my information, and I'm the only one with an agent here.
I don't really have a horse in this race, but if we do want backup, does like Sergey or does sorry, not Sergey, does
Sergey is my name. Yes.
Sorry, Sergey. I get you and Oleg confused sometimes because you sound so similar.
Wow. That's racist.
Wow.
That's racist.
That's fucked up.
Okay.
From the listening devices, what the fuck?
And I thought we were friends.
Wait, no, you guys are both like.
Sarge, I've never mixed up you and Oleg.
Thank you. Oh, that's so nice to
That
know.
metal skin changed you.
Is that racist?
It's Cypress.
It's definitely an ist of some sort.
Oh, anyways, though, we may need to Does Oleg know where we are? Because that may be more important than Rita.
I could always text him, and I texted him when we got here that, we were alive, so.
Ah, cool. I figured you had it in hand. I just want to make sure. I'm
Of
real
course
nervous
I have
about
it in
this.
hand.
Better idea than needing backup, though. How about we just don't need it?
That's true. I mean, why are you guys thinking of you're not causing trouble, right?
I'm a little worried they won't let us out.
Why would they let us out?
Because then they don't have to pay us.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'm just gonna walk out the room and start wandering until they stop me.
Where are you wandering to?
I don't know. Just kind of wandering.
Well, there's... How many are you? How many of there are you? 7? Yeah. 8, sorry. There's 8 of you, so you're in a wing with 8 rooms. On one end is a wall. On the other end is the door that they let you in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that door. Sure, why not?
Sure. You open the door?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're not supposed to come this way. You're supposed to stay in there.
What? Huh?
You're supposed to stay in there.
I mean, I'm a bit of a night owl, though. Am I just supposed to stay cooped up in there?
Yes.
Wow. That's kind of... Alright.
Okay, bye now.
Where are the bathrooms, though?
You each got a bathroom in your room.
Wow. That's what that door does.
Yeah.
Thought it was a closet.
You're not... Do you need a closet?
I don't know.
Are you going cyber psycho? You're sound really psycho right now.
Huh?
You sound both cyber and psycho.
You're unlocking PTSD. Stop.
I think I'm all good now.
I think you do legally have to tell us if you're going cyber psycho or not.
Do
I? No. I think you would know that that's a ridiculous law that no one would ever pass.
Well, someone would pass it, no one would follow it.
Accurate.
If you're a cyber psycho, you have to tell me.
Would you know?
I feel like you wouldn't need to ask someone if they were cyber psycho. I feel like
But even if you do, one of the staples of cyber psychos is they break the law, so they wouldn't tell you. That law would make no sense, 0 sense.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my room now.
That'd be great.
Sarge.
Yeah.
Alright, you have a good night.
Thanks, you too. Mwah.
Wait, are you not asleep?
Oh, we rotate out.
Like, how often?
Usually once every none of your business.
Oh, I was just curious. I just want to make sure you're getting a good night's sleep,
We're fine, thank you.
I'm just looking out for you.
Priest.
Alright, I'm gonna go to my bedroom now.
What the fuck was that?
I like to imagine everyone is just sitting in there watching him. Staring
That was the most awkward conversation we've ever had.
I'm just gonna go ahead and raise the vulture suspicion level of you from -5 to 0.
Sarge,
Yeah.
you're working on the servers, right?
Yeah.
Do you have access to all their information?
I theoretically, but I don't like. To be honest, I don't like being in there.
Okay. I will pay you, right?
Oh.
And give you free therapy treatments if you can give me some info that I need to know, if they have it.
Oh. It's dangerous.
Yeah? That's why I'm paying you.
What info?
I need to know why they moved and who's after them.
Don't we already know why they moved?
No.
They wanted to not be in the spotlight and be self-sufficient?
Yeah, but why did they not want to be in the spotlight? I feel like they got threatened, and that's what I want to know.
So they don't get killed by, like, corporals they were vulturing off of?
Yeah, but I need proof of that. I can't just go about spouting that, even though I already did that.
Oh, I'll see what I can find. How many free therapies?
How many?
Yeah.
Infinite.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a
guys.
good deal.
Okay.
Hey guys.
That's a deal. Alright.
Yeah, he's a...
Wait, we're free to like whisper in here, right?
That's what we're doing.
Why are we working against these guys?
We're not.
We're not.
I mean, like, we kind of are.
He wants it for I'm not.
I'm helping them.
No, but
I
like,
guess.
what's with all this secrecy? Like, why don't we just help them?
I am.
We are.
I'm a little worried they're gonna like.
No, but like,
not
why
let
don't
us
we?
go.
But like, why don't we just help them?
Oh,
Because
because
I need information.
I need money.
But like, what? But like, why do you?
Didn't we agree?
It's
didn't we,
personal.
have a job from Rita to like.
Yeah. Your job, what you are not getting paid to be here and help these people. If that happens, they get helped, you don't get money. Regardless of whether or not you do help them, Rita is paying you for information.
But like, I know the whole like don't turn on your fixer thing, but like Rita's not really a fixer.
She's like a pseudo fixer.
She's our
Yeah,
employer.
But like,
she's giving you a lot of money for information.
But wouldn't these guys pay a lot of money to stay hidden?
I Rita won't like expose. Yeah, alright.
Have you
gonna
met
stretch
her?
my collar out.
Have you met her?
Like 3 times now.
I've met her. The first time I met her was enough. Like, I know that's exactly what she would do after the first time I met her, and I've met her 3 times too. So.
Okay.
Like, are we the bad guys?
No, we're helping them. We're just also doing a job to get money.
No, but like that's something a bad guy would say.
We're not like good guys.
Well, speak for yourself.
I'm gonna go out of the room and roll back towards the door.
God damn it.
No.
I mean, I don't know about synth, but I've kind of done everything I want to do here. This.
What did this one off? Yeah, this one off. But leave.
I'm gonna knock on the door this time.
This is the first night, right, Myfin? Or not Myfin.
You better be delivering us pizza.
Why are we trapped in here? Do you guys think we're the bad guys?
We the bad guys? Are we the baddies?
We don't think you're
Are we
bad
the
guys.
baddies?
Like, I'm kind.
I think you're a swell guy, Sim Skater.
I'm gonna keep it 100% with you. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis right now, and I really need to know if you guys think we're the bad guys.
We don't think you guys are the bad guys or bad guys. We do think that it is possible that maybe you would want to snoop around in our very, very secret hideaway. Yeah, pretty much that. Like, yeah, it's for our protection, but it's like our protection against totally innocuous things like spying on all of us and subterfuge and stuff.
I mean, I could like sign an NDA or something.
Oh yeah, we'll just take it to court. We'll say, hey, excuse me, Water Barons and Jimmy John Jr. Yeah, they checked out our super secret base that we definitely did not pay any property tax for.
I see the problem.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I'm going back to my room now. You guys have a good night.
Hey, thank you, Synth Skater.
I'm just gonna continue this existential crisis in my room.
Humanity lost roll.
Is he okay?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Is he going psycho again?
Maybe he's just tired.
This LA air is not treating Synth Skater very well.
Man, Synth Skater spent one day threatening to execute a man, basically 24 hours. And
Takes a lot out of you.
Oh, he's losing it.
Not only threatening to execute a man, threatening to execute a man with my bare hands. I don't know what I was gonna do. I think I was gonna slam his head into the wall. To fucking.
You were gonna silence him.
I was gonna fucking silence this man.
Why is this the go-to method for killing netrunners?
Because it works really well. Because the little jack gets slammed into the back of their head.
I don't know. I don't know why it's the go-to method, but man, I'm really not looking forward to Sergei's future.
Don't worry, at least he has infinite therapy now. It's fine.
Yeah, that is good. I get a reinforced skull.
Hey, guys.
I thought you were dead.
I did not.
Hey, Zell,
I just
you
keep
back?
telling them that. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Ever like thought and questioned like why are we working for all these corpos?
They give us a lot of money.
Is Rita like out of character? Is Rita a corpo?
No. She's specifically like not necessarily anti-corpo, but to the corpos she's anti-corpo because she reports on everything. Usually pretty accurately too. That's not something.
Is she considered like? Okay, so she's considered like anti-corpo to the corpos. Is she considered corpo to the anti-corpos?
To criminals, she's not considered corpo, but she's considered anti-criminal. Basically, no one wants like their privacy invaded or their information like to be free access, right? And that's everything that Rita stands for.
She's the media.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is all setting in now, but like threatening to kill Sarge for like hours kinda took a lot out of me, guys.
Wait, why are you threatening to kill him?
Because he asked me to.
Their servers are all on the old net.
Oh Jesus!
Wait, what? Is that true, Sarge?
No, I'm joking. I made it. Yes.
Oh.
I feel like Sarge isn't usually this sarcastic of a guy. Why are you guys bringing this out of him?
I've gone through a lot today.
You know, you should probably move it to different servers.
Sarge, where did we meet the first time?
Shut the fuck up.
Sarge is gonna get Sarge is going to lose humanity for this conversation.
Sarge, when did we meet the first time?
I don't. The bolt?
Okay, cool.
Was that it? Was that you were just asking me that?
So
I mean, I don't really know that much about you, so I can't really. I don't really have it. That's the most like personal question I could ask.
No, don't worry, he's fine. But I did get 12 seconds away from smashing his head into a wall.
Oh, that's what you meant by throwing. Oh, gotcha. I think that was pretty logical. I think that makes sense, guys. I think that was a good idea.
Like, so, I'm sorry if I don't like at least a little bit feel like the like. How could anyone not a little bit feel like the bad guy after this?
I'm getting paid a lot of money.
I asked you to do it.
You paid a lot of money.
Yeah. Just because my friend asked me to doesn't mean I don't want to. Doesn't mean I suddenly want to slam his head into a wall.
Oh, my friends?
I thought
I mean,
we
I
were.
think are we not?
No, we are.
Okay.
That doesn't sound that convincing, Sarge. Are you
No,
sure you're Sarge?
No, I'm just figuring it out.
I mean, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw
I
you
figured,
all
like,
like
everything we've-
colleagues at this point.
I feel like we're all friends, right? Yeah. Like we've been through a lot together. A little bit, just a little bit past coworker.
I'd call you guys my friends. Sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
you guys
everybody.
really.
Hey, look,
That's sure.
Cypress thinks you guys are friends. Look at that. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think I was just gonna say, you guys kind of doubled the amount of people I actually know. Like,
That's sad.
why?
All right, Sarge. How many people do you know in the city? Go ahead.
I mean,
tell us.
Like a good amount, you know. Like
Name them. Name them.
they're all Russian.
I mean, that's fair. He was the one that, like, you know, kind of knows Oleg the best. Like he knows people.
Are they like
Like-
Oleg Russian or Gorta Russian?
It's like a neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Like if
And,
I'm being
yeah,
real with
I've
you guys,
got-
like
I've got connections to Oleg. I know people. I have friends. This is.
I have my friend Pavlov, and I can't decide why, but every time I see him, it makes me smile.
I'm gonna be real here for a second, but Ruby, you said it like doubled the people that you knew, but like for me, 2 times 0 is still 0. So it's infinitely improvement. I mean I know like a lot of fans and stuff, but no one like personally.
That's also sad.
Yeah, I'm well aware it's sad.
Yeah, Ruby's gonna kind of like awkwardly sidle up to your side, and then like kind of pat your shoulder a couple times.
Thank you. Is that what friends do? I don't really know at this point. It's been a while.
I'm kind of winging it too.
You guys are having that
Alright.
much trouble finding friends? Everyone I meet is my friend. It's not that
Everyone I
hard.
meet is dead.
My man
Oh,
is so
Jesus, I'm
parasocial.
You guys are like, this is like the longest lasting friendship I've had where someone didn't die.
I love how we're whispering because we still don't want them to hear us.
That's concerning.
I mean, it's less so about like we're hiding something, and this is just kind of a personal conversation.
Yeah, like I don't really have anything against them, but like they're pretty tight knit. I don't really want them.
I don't know. They seem kind of nice.
Yeah, they haven't been like that bad, but like they didn't really. I don't think they were very smart in like coming here. But again, we don't know like if they were honest about why they left. It just seems they didn't have everything put together when they left. Like maybe this was like a backup plan, but like they had to take it like faster than they expected. That's just like the vibe.
I'm just saying these guys don't seem half bad. I wouldn't like if they offered me like a position in their group. Like I don't know if I would take it, but I would at least consider it.
I mean, they'll be pretty set up like once we're done.
Yeah, like it's not a half bad gig. I mean, the secrecy isn't really my style, but
I don't want to stay here longer than I have to. I'm gonna be honest. Being underground kind of sucks.
Oh, it's not too bad. You just have to like, well, like the vitamin D supplements even.
like all I'm saying, I'm saying, I not necessarily like I wouldn't want to be like with them, but I wouldn't be like I wouldn't be opposed to having them as allies.
I literally want to get done with this job as fast as physically possible before I die a horrible death.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the deep net thing.
Yeah,
is
that's a good point. That's a good point.
The old net thing is pretty fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Whose room are we in? Are we all in Sarge's room?
I think so.
I assume so.
Because I think we originally followed him into his room.
Now,
I mean,
if
none
you
of
all
you
would
guys were
excuse me,
assigned rooms.
I would like
I
to
would like
imagine
to
that we
go
all
to
kind of
bed.
like claimed roomed as our own, and we all just kind of said, "Yeah, they're probably meeting up in Sarge's room."
He's the boss. He's the guy who like.
Yeah.
Actually, Synth is the boss by popular
Nope.
vote.
No, I was
No,
voted.
no.
I was
Eden-
the undercover
Eden was
boss
the
voted.
Okay.
He's the undercover boss.
Not the undercover boss, but the undercover boss, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to imagine Sid Skater on an episode of Undercover Boss. He's still got the voice modulator.
Bro.
There's the voice modulator, but he just has a prosthetic nose over the mask.
Alright, let's say we take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Sounds like play.
I'll be right back.
That was a wild conversation.
That was great.
Happy
That
to
was-
derail any RPG session we ever have, folks.
That was a roller coaster.
I mean, what do you guys learn? That you're all friends?
Yay!
I can
Also,
never
Adonis,
remember.
you
What
made
are
me
the
look up
names of the
net
people that are
lore.
outside the? Because we
Net
know
lore?
them, right?
No, lore.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of lore about like what exactly happened to the net that I was like, this might suddenly be useful.
Yeah. Yeah. From what I understand, right, it was basically, what's his face released a virus.
Bart
that, like-
Moss.
Yeah.
Raish
Bart
Bart
released
Moss.
He released a virus that, like, broke every encryption, right?
Nah, I don't know if it was that. What did he do? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it like released all
it
data,
infected.
like all
no,
kind of data.
no, it was a virus that was released, and it infected 78.2% of the net in a matter of months.
Yep. But I'm
And-
pretty sure the big thing about it was that the government had, like, AI that were hidden and encrypted behind, like, several locked doors because they were so powerful and, like, fuck you terrifying.
Yeah,
And the virus opened up all of those doors.
yeah, and then like a government organization called NetWatch made like a black wall to essentially cordon off that 78.2%.
Yeah.
And then the current net was built on top of whatever was left.
Yeah.
And it's like the old net is still connected to the current net, it's just the black wall that separates it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think this is, like, if not beyond the black wall, close to, like, a place that's being, like, re-blackwalled because it's bad.
Ah.
There's a hole. There's a hole.
I just remember that one scene from Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where you've been going.
I know. I'm essentially in a shed in that area.
Yep. To be fair, like, those guys were exploring all over the place. You can't be doing that. You're staying in your lane, and that's what's important.
Yeah, but what if someone merges into my lane?
That'll never happen because Ned solved it.
Fucking Ned. Oh, I can't believe they hired an 18-year-old kid to be their main net runner.
I mean, like, they're the vultures, right? They're not a corpo.
True.
And they're sworn to secrecy.
And I guess Sergey was 18 at one point.
Yeah. Was he net running at 18? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pee.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Hey, Rad, are you here?
Oh, that's you back.
Yeah.
Man. When you said the old net, I was like, oh boy, this is it. This is when the rogue AI section of my backstory is gonna come in. I was so grateful it hasn't.
I mean, yeah, it hasn't. I think you're paranoid.
I think it's a good thing to be paranoid about. Yeah. What a strange thing. It's just I'm being constantly chased by a rogue AI.
Don't worry
What
about
did you do to a rogue AI in a past life that made you deserve it, Aaron?
I don't know. Something bad, obviously.
I think, like, looking at a rogue AI is maybe it. Maybe that's the last time you were in the old net.
Maybe.
Was you were taking your first little, like, every netrunner does it dive.
Ran into a demon.
Ran into a demon immediately. And you're like, hey, buddy.
Guess that's my life over.
I guess that's an interesting question. What did the rogue AI want from you, and how did you escape it?
I like to think it doesn't want anything in particular from me. It's just like I somehow accidentally attached it to myself.
Okay. Your
like
curiosity.
Yeah, or maybe it was like some sort of old like military grade like AI.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally like I don't know, it's just somehow like targeted onto me and hasn't targeted off of me.
Yeah.
It's just like I became its focus.
Yeah.
Like I think it's more like circumstance rather than like I did something horrible to it.
Okay.
Because even when he was young, I don't think Sergei was dumb enough to mess with rogue AIs.
Yeah. But if he was cornered on the old net, and this rogue AI was like, I'm gonna eat you for my dinner. And he was like, no, wait. It was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna eat you for my dinner today.
But I will.
But I will. Because I like to think of the more like dangerous rogue AI as not just being like really, really good at what they do. I mean, they are, but also since they're artificial intelligence, they're also like
close to sentient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one description of them on like the wiki for Cyberpunk is like they're almost indistinguishable from like human.
Yeah. So maybe originally it locked onto you as like this is my military target, and you were like, no wait, there are other gooder military targets, and it was like, oh okay.
Yeah, I bought time.
Yeah.
The most logic puzzles, just spamming logic puzzles at it.
I like to think logic puzzles probably do not work on Cyberpunk AI.
I don't think they work on Cyberpunk AI.
You found a Cyberpunk AI that was just playing global thermonuclear war all this time.
No.
Found AM.
Found yams.
A Yandere AI would be a fun little idea. I'm sure it's been done a lot.
I'm pretty sure there's a game with that concept.
That sounds about right.
Is Synth gonna go full vulture? Let's find out.
That'd be crazy.
I will say, like, in a non-meta way, just like looking at the choices you guys have made and the ways people have reacted to them, the vultures have been pretty kind to you compared to other people.
Yeah, they have.
Very true.
The problem is I don't think Sergei's a very moral person.
Yeah. The vultures are paying $0.00 for you guys to hang out.
Keep it the best.
I agree. How much was Rita offering again? It's
800 per person.
That's a lot. That's a lot of eddies, boys.
I think you get some serious cyberware with that much eddies.
That's a lot of eddies, and
Especially now that I have free therapy forever.
I think specifically looking for where they are and why they're there and not where they used to be, and any supplementary, like the underlying implication that you'll give up any supplementary information to that. And out of character, she has Cypress Nash by the balls, so.
Yeah, the funniest part, man. Cypress putting himself in worse situations is my favorite part.
Hello.
Alright, I'm back.
That's just a
deeper and deeper.
That's just a Hayden Franklin character right there.
Oh yeah.
Look, he hasn't launched himself out of a cannon yet.
Hayden somehow managed to make like the most nice, reasonable character he possibly could, and still makes the worst decisions in the setting.
Well, because he made the problem of making a character that is too nice and too reasonable.
Yeah.
It really is a skill of
He's just too agreeable.
It's you. Literally, this city is eating Cypress Nash alive.
Yep. Imagine how much free work Cypress probably gives away. Like,
wait.
Oh yeah.
Can I also point out the fact that Hayden Franklin made a nice and reasonable character for the first time in a setting where no one is nice or reasonable?
Yep.
I would argue Timotheus was nice and reasonable.
That's fair. That's a good point. Timotheus was smart.
Well, you had to make up for the time that you shot yourself out of a cannon towards the god of death.
Bones is also nice. Just wasn't reasonable.
I mean, he wasn't like, he was kind. I don't know that he was fundamentally nice.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It was a bit holier than thou with his like aristocratic attempt. His nouveau riche accent.
Are we all back?
Are we?
Yeah.
If only there was a convenient way to test it.
I don't think so.
Did we get it?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Eventually, I do get bored with it.
You just gotta wait it out. It's the only way.
I also had to make sure that we made it the full 5 minutes.
Okay, you guys are still huddled in Sergei's room. You've just had a real heart-to-heart.
Echo's gonna go to her room.
Okay, I would like to go to bed now.
Alright. To my room.
Okay. Cool. Cool. The slumber party is over.
This party's over.
This party's over. Yeah. I think the next day, like I said, I think you guys are pretty much done rolling. Everything goes pretty much according to plan. Ruby, Tuna, and Echo, you guys are working with their tech Sly, and you're fabricating and assembling various bits that got brought in like during the day by Cliff and some of his guys. Cliff didn't get fired. Still working.
So he's still here.
Meanwhile, Cypress and Gorta, Cliff also managed to acquire some pieces of the synthesis recipe that you needed.
Nice.
And you guys are working on that. Sergey, you have completed like the part where you try to understand everything that you need to do, and now it's a matter of doing it. Some new servers got brought in. You figured out how the old ones work. So you're kind of surveying those. But you do know that you're basically going to need to keep messages from being sent on both platforms. You're basically going to need to go back into the old net and disassemble the architecture in there.
Got it. And while I'm doing that too, can I get Hayden's information that he wanted?
Okay.
You're literally like deconstructing a house in a fucking war zone. That's what you're doing. Or in a minefield.
God, do I make you roll it again?
Yeah, I think you do.
I think I have to. Like, there's nothing else. There's this one roll. Give us better net running in Cyberpunk.
Oh.
Oh, Aaron, you couldn't find the port.
Sarge can never find the port.
Sergei Volkov.
Am I dead?
You're dead. And your character. No, you so you're basically attempting to like packet sniff, right? And
Yeah.
you start setting up some things to like capture some of these messages coming and going. As you're doing this, you're not really paying that much attention. Even on high alert, you're watching the walls more than watching what you're doing. But you stop paying attention to the wall directly in front of you. And as you're rerouting things to make this whole system work, you realize that you basically tear off one of the security measures that was already weak that Ned had put into place.
Uh-oh.
And you create a breach in the warehouse. The old Ned black room. Sergey.
Yeah.
Years ago, before you arrived to this city, before you even knew that you would ever make it out of the motherland, you have decided that you are going to venture into the old net. You're ready. You've done pretty much all of the other milestones that a netrunner can do, this is the big leagues. This is the big time. You're sitting across from a place that you've already recognized as an access port that will get you past the Black Wall. And you've kind of made the necessary moves to push that request through. What do you do?
So I could get beyond the Black Wall.
Yep.
Well, I guess I go beyond the Black Wall.
All right. You jack in, and essentially, what you find yourself looking at is like the net running equivalent of like a zombie or post-apocalypse movie. Basically, there are all of these structures passing data back and forth that doesn't really mean anything or have any meaning anymore. Old like computers, old server farms, etc., still blasting its information throughout this area. The architecture looks to you like a great city that is essentially devoid of life now. You're standing in the middle of like a highway of the city. No, like every once in a while, a quote-unquote car zooms past you in the form of data being sent or delivered to a place that is no longer to a place that is essentially defunct. There are buildings all around you. Where do you go?
I go probably to where the data is coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
Or the most amount of data is coming from.
You follow the highest traffic line you can find. Walking along this weird, like, faux intersection of the old net. Every once in a while, you find yourself about to step on, like, an old net booby trap, a virus of some kind. But you have faith in your skills, and they carry you through. You manage to avoid the dips and dives that would end the career of a lesser netrunner. And eventually you make it from your access point, the place that's passing through that access point, to the largest sender of information that passes through that access point. To you, it looks like a fortress. You can see that there are loads of countermeasures in place. The data is zipping out of it rapidly, and the gate is closing just as rapidly behind every small packet. You as a juvenile netrunner know that A, this place is dangerous, and B, if you were able to crack even a facet of this security, it would be pretty legendary.
Well, obviously, as the young gun I am, I'm gonna try and crack some of it.
Okay, roll me interface.
All right.
You go up to the gate thinking that it's the most vulnerable point, right? And you manage to essentially rewrite some of the cryptography on the gate, exploiting the fact that it's opening and closing to allow things to come and go. You manage to jam it open, so to speak. Now the packets are zipping out freely, unhindered by that blockage, and the way is open for you to continue further into the fortress.
Nice. I'm sure that won't have any repercussions as I go into the fortress.
Okay. Yeah, you take a few steps in, and a few steps is all you need to realize that you've already like proven yourself. You're basically, your netrunner instincts are now telling you, are now overpowering kind of the young gun mentality that you had before, and are telling you, hey, you can show this to people. Like, you can get back here. Probably it might be safe to get back here. You're gonna get scolded for it if you show any of like your mentors, but you figured out this way, and you can prove that it was your net running that jammed the gate open. What more do you have to prove is kind of the question on your mind.
A good point. But Sergey's pretty stubborn, and there's always more to prove. He wants something big, not just, I opened the door.
Okay.
He wants to find the filing cabinet.
Okay. All right. You continue deeper. Again, there's still some smaller barriers in your way, and you manage to overcome them. It looks like some of the security measures have maybe already been torn down. Once you're past that outer wall, everything else is child's play. You continue walking until eventually you reach exactly what you were looking for, the filing cabinet. It looks like a large, somewhat semi-secured server where the data is coming and going. You could, if you cracked it, you could have access to whatever is being sent and received by this point.
Obviously, Sergey's gonna try and crack it because he sees this as like, this is it. This is life-changing.
Yeah.
This would make him legendary.
Roll me that interface.
Yeah, there. Of course, he's got to roll an interface because there's nothing else to roll. That's not great.
Oof.
Yeah, you start going through the motions of tearing down the security of this thing, but it turns out that what looked like adequate security, that was essentially camouflage. It's way more sophisticated than you were prepared for. And even trying to back out of it, you manage to trip something.
Uh-oh.
You feel your entire ability from your plugs through your virtuality goggles, any maneuverability that you had here, everything essentially besides your perception abandons you. And you hear a voice say, "Who is it?"
Me?
Who is me?
Sergey.
Sergey Volkov. Age 15.
Oh.
No immediate family. This is you.
Maybe.
You are a net runner.
Yes.
You come here why?
To learn.
To learn.
To prove.
If you spent an eternity, several eternities, inside the old net and somehow managed to survive, you would find a fraction of the knowledge I already have. Da.
Well, probably.
You are nothing. You are... You are more of an obstacle to the workings of this network than you are any sort of factor. You understand this, Da?
Da.
I will make it quick.
Well,
It starts moving towards you.
how about we don't do this? There's no reason. Cause like, I mean, what I haven't done anything. You can let me go.
So you're saying I let you go now and use this place as your playground, gumming up any works that I maintain whenever you want?
What if I don't come back?
It might be faster just to end it.
Let's not get hasty though. Patience is virtue. Yeah, da.
What could I possibly learn if I am patient? What could I do if I am patient?
I mean, what's the point in killing me now? Surely, down the line, it's better. There's no purpose in killing me now.
You broke my gate.
I didn't. Yeah, it was an accident.
It was an accident, not on purpose.
Oh yeah. No, I stumbled into it. I thought it was the way out, but.
You know of Blackwall?
Yes. I thought.
Stumble into it.
Yeah. Maybe it's like the back door to the Blackwall. Listen, there's no point in killing me. Could just let me go.
The next time you find yourself near the old net, you stumble into Blackwall as you stumble into my gate.
What do you say? Clarify? You mean?
I will be watching. You stumble into the Blackwall, and you jam it open.
You want me to let you into out of the wall, through the wall.
Da.
So you let me go now, and not into me, and let's make me spend an eternity in the old net. And the next time I come to old net, I let you out of old net into new net.
Da.
Da. Yeah, da. Da.
Sergei Volkov, you're standing in an abandoned building, sitting with your back against the wall, plugged into an access point in an abandoned building. Your virtuality goggles are fried.
Sergei's, at that moment, Sergei swears to himself he will spend as little time in the old net as physically possible.
He's like a fucking dwarf. He dug too deep and awakened force.
Yeah, I dug too deep and too greedily.
You have awakened horrors beyond your comprehension.
Sergei.
Yeah.
You have one little slip up in
Uh-oh.
this old net warehouse. And you see what starts as a crack turn into a complete crumbling of a full section of the wall. And as you stand completely petrified, you realize that you're not petrified because you're scared. All of your maneuverability in this net architecture is failing you. And you hear you hear something out there say, Sergei Volkov.
Oh god, can I try and unplug?
We'll end the session there.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Am I gonna have to kill Sarge next session?
That's so
Am I
sick.
gonna have to kill Sarge next session?
I don't think you guys will have to worry about killing Sarge. I think someone else has already got you covered.
How great
I
would
mean,
it be
now I
though
kind
if,
of want to kill Sarge.
we have this entire setup for all of these things for the vultures and we all fuck it up?
Yeah,
I had-
just destroy their entire collective.
I had a
we just
bad
fucked up
roll.
all the the vultures with
Seth
this.
walks away like, are we the baddies?
I love. It's crazy that it would have gone smoothly if I hadn't asked you to get the information. That's crazy.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna need this infinite therapy if I get out of it.
Did the AI ever have a name?
No, I don't.
It hasn't given you one.
No, I don't think Sergei was worrying about its name at the time.
What do I call you, Dave? You seem like a
Dave?
Dave.
Is this the rogue AI that's in your backstory, Aaron?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
damn it.
sick.
See, the thing is, though, Aaron,
Hey, look.
Sarge could talk his way out of it, but he has to talk his way out of it fast or his head is getting smashed in by synth.
Yeah, that's he has a self-imposed time limit, which is exactly what Sarge wanted.
At least the AI from his background showed up and not the apparent rival Solo that's hunting me.
Mm-hmm. At least it's a not meat space threat, right?
Exactly.
I would say
Guys,
this is equally bad or worse.
I would.
This is
I'm
pretty bad.
gonna say this is probably worse.
I'm gonna
Guys.
wholeheartedly disagree.
This is what are they called?
This is a rogue AI, probably a demon, right? I don't think that's too much of a stretch.
I think demons are not as smart as like old rogue AIs.
Oh, okay, so it's worse than it.
It's
Yeah,
worse
that's
than
right.
demon,
Literally
yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
Herobrine.
If I'm reading my fucking street slang tab right, is this a rabid?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it's probably pretty close to a rabbit.
Aren't those like?
Oh no, because
Those-
rabbits are black ice.
Aren't
Black
those
ice.
those crazy rabbit
are
things?
are the things created by Bartma
Okay.
for destroying the old net.
What if this is just an AI that is unknowable?
Is Sarge about to be responsible for destroying the new net?
That would be crazy.
Well, I feel
Well,
like
no.
did you ever tell us the vulture net was like it's cut off from the normal net, right?
It's essentially, it has a lot of security protocols. It's everything that Sergei and Ned have been doing so far, besides what they've already transferred over, is cut off by the Black Wall, which essentially cuts off like the dangerous parts of the old net from the net architecture of the new net. So everything, all of the networks that currently exist are built on top of the old net. It's just that all the rogue AIs and scary shit pretty much are beyond the Black Wall.
Gotcha. So this could still get out to the greater Charlotte megacity. Like,
It would need to get past. It would need to get past the Black Wall still. It broke the security
which
of
is
this
what
warehouse.
it was asking Sergei to do.
Yes.
In that flashback sequence, it was saying next time it finds Sergei better let it out.
Well, that's what seemed like happened. So I was asking.
No, Sergei. This warehouse was essentially an isolated part of the bad darknet, like the bad, spooky, scary darknet.
So what?
Go ahead.
What happens if Sarge dies in cyberspace?
He dies in real life.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, but is it like his brain just gets fried?
Yeah. brain
It's
death.
like it's like Sao Hayden. He's got the microwave in the helmet.
Like it
So-
could probably absorb my. It could probably literally absorb my thoughts
What?
and trap me there.
What happens if Synth unplugs Sarge from the port?
Little brain damage.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be healthy, but
Well, guess what? I'm not gonna do that because I wasn't told to do that. I was told to fucking kill him.
No. Do we have the technology to bring him back after brain death?
No, I don't think we do.
Go talk to Pierce.
Yeah, we need
That's
more
like a
Pierce-
Gorta
man,
question.
Man, you need to do more Pierce work before we get fried.
I can't believe I got this job and Gorta didn't.
you
You
need to go
should
do medical
do it.
work.
It is not cheap. It requires
No, if it was Gorta, it would be like
You-
2 seconds pass. All right, it's been 5 minutes.
I round up.
My Hello Kitty watch tells me it's been 5 minutes, and I trust it with my life. Alright, here we go.
the
This is bad. You know.
Not good.
It's
It
bad.
also
but
sucks
you
that we
know.
don't have another net runner, so there's no one to help you.
Yep.
See, I always thought Synth would be the first one to die.
Well, maybe
I
not
mean, you're in the
yet.
server room, baby.
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet.
The second day, man. It's the second day.
Day 2.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna suggest that Ruby could probably slow down the timetable if we need, like, more time, but
It's like Majora's Mask. Day 2.
So what are we thinking? Like 2d6 humanity loss for having to put down Sarge?
Not a good amount. Not a healthy amount.
How close
Listen.
are you to Sarge? Out of everyone, who's your goat?
Cypress
Probably
wouldn't,
Sarge. Maybe Cypress.
Cypress wouldn't think this, but Hayden's thinking this. Thank God I don't have to give him infinite therapy.
Oh my god! But if he makes it out of this, he is going to be taking advantage.
Hayden,
of
that's a
that.
terrible deal, by the way. I want to point out that Hayden Franklin made another brain-dead stupid maneuver.
He did. Therapy's so
Listen.
expensive.
Listen, he believes in Sarge that Sarge won't be a dick about it. That's what he believes.
I 100% believe that Sarge is going to be going for the expensive therapies now.
Oh yeah, Sarge is getting the preem therapy. He needs it, and he's gonna need it more after this.
What do you guys think of the session?
It was good.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Very good.
Thank you for the session, Dyke. It's
This
great.
might have been one of my favorites.
we're playing code names.
Twiddle.
I can throw up a